I feel like I wasted my teenage years, and I have 3 principles in no particular order so that you don't also waste your teenage years in the same way that I did. You're not even 20 years old. I need you to gain some perspective because you're acting so irrational right now. In brief summation, chill the heck out, slow the heck down, and figure out what the heck you want. There you have it. Feel free to stop watching this video because that is essentially what I'm going to try to communicate. Slow the heck down, chill the heck out, and figure out what the heck it is that you want. Now, I say this because I feel like if you're watching this channel, you're probably a little bit like me in that I didn't waste my teenage years doing drugs, okay? I was never exposed to that. I never experienced that. I never took part in that. That was not one of my vices growing up, okay? Or now, thankfully. No, instead I had the vices of like a overachieving goody-goody, but for no end goal or purpose. And the first way, okay, the first principle this comes out on is the idea that you need to know what it is that you want. Or even more so than knowing what it is that you want, actually do what it is that you want within reason, okay? Because I feel like I spent a lot of my teenagehood pleasing my teachers, pleasing my parents. I feel like I spent way too much time and mental energy. And honestly, I wouldn't even call it mental energy. When you're that young and you're growing up, it's just written in you. It's written in your genetic code to please your elders, okay? I feel like it's very rare for someone to just have a natural rebellious kind of energy that inhibits them from like doing what it is that they were kind of programmed to do from the people who raised them. But I feel like I spent a lot of my time, way too much time, considering what teachers wanted from me, what superiors wanted from me, what my parents wanted from me, and all of that affected the things that I actually wanted. And maybe you're not erring on that side of pleasing people on that end. Maybe you want to please, or you make decisions based off trying to please your friends or trying to please what's cool and trendy and you want to fit in. I know this is a lot easier said than done, but you owe yourself every single attempt in your youth, in your whole life really, but especially when you're younger and you have the capacity and the ability to take every attempt to figure out what it is you truly like and what it is you truly love doing. And don't be afraid to quit something. You know how many times in high school that I avoided quitting something? A, because people just made me feel guilty about it. Like, oh my gosh, I know commitment, it's a really big thing and that's probably a lesson you need to learn in your teenage years, but I wish I didn't value commitment. I wish I was more committed to myself above anyone else at that age, to be honest. I wish I was just like a tinge more selfish, because I remember, just for example, playing sports. So I played sports growing up, right? I played softball. And when I got injured one season playing softball, my coach somehow convinced me that it would be objectively the best thing for me to do was not actually use my time fruitfully in that period, maybe focus on schoolwork, do some other things since I was injured and I couldn't play that season. She convinced me that I should stick it out for my team since I committed to it and come to every single practice and every single game and sit my butt on the bench and watch. Why? Why? First of all, if you quit something, it's not just, I just need you to calm down and realize that if you quit something in your youth, in your middle school, high school days, you still have time to start something new. The amount of times that I was young and I thought, oh, well, I haven't been doing cross-country, Olympic, gymnastic, skiing since I was born, so I guess it's way too late for me now, is ridiculous. I genuinely thought that it was at 15 years old. That's so funny. At probably 15 years old, I was thinking things like, well, it's too late for me. All these people around me, they've been doing it since they were kids, and I'm already on my set path. If I quit something now, I'm not going to get into a good college. Just calm down. As soon as you figure out that you don't want to continue doing something anymore, just quit it. Just stop. Just don't do it anymore and put your efforts into something else, because I swear I wasted so much time doing things because I felt like I had to, out of guilt or out of commitment. And a lot of that I feel like is ingrained in me in sports. Like, I love sports, okay? I can appreciate the value of sports and what it teaches and discipline and whatnot. But I swear sports can sometimes be cult-like sometimes. Sports can give me culty vibes. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like since I grew up in kind of sporty culture, it's like this idea of like hard work and commitment above all else. And like the second something's hard, well, you just have to push through it, or you just have to deal with the hard stuff and like things will get better. Well, no, I ended up quitting that sport way later than I had to and wasting so much time. And I wish I listened to my gut, because there's so many things I would have rather done. I forever regret not doing the things that I wanted to do in high school, like join the dance team or be a freaking theater kid, because I would have much preferred, I would have got that itch out of me, or I would have made a career out of something like that, as opposed to what I stayed in because I was guilt tripped into staying into it, or I felt like my teachers wanted me to do it, or I felt like my parents wanted me to do it. If you're a teenager right now, just quit it and stop letting people make you feel guilty over it. You can quit things when you're young, okay? You have so much time to find other things that you're not going to want to quit. Be a quitter. That's such a Gen Z thing of me to say, but I don't care. You don't always have to live life in such resistance of things, and I'm a firm believer in that. Moving on. The second thing I wish I did when I was a teenager was to chill out, just calm down. The ability to just calm down. The ability to just chill out. When I look back on my teenage years, I do say, because I see how much wasted time I had, and I was like, I wish I achieved more things. When really what I want to say is I wish I put my time into other things. And mostly a lot of my time in my teenage years and like early college years, I was rushing to get nowhere. Like, I had no aim. I just knew I had to work really hard to get somewhere. I had to be the best that I could possibly be to have hopefully something like appear to me. I don't know. But I literally voluntarily placed myself in high school in summer school. Every summer, I voluntarily took summer school to try to get ahead of my classes during the year. I could not tell you why I did that, why I felt the need to do that. It was peer pressure. It was like my peers were ahead of me, or I felt like catching up on classes when I could have spent that time doing so many more productive things, I feel like. And I had that mentality into college. I had no particular goal or aim. I was just trying to do it all. And it got to the point where I was probably 19 and I had broken my knee. All right, I was in like my first or second semester of college and I had broken my knee, and I like totally changed the trajectory of kind of my life, because I kind of realized I didn't really want to be in college. But I was forced to take like a semester off from school to heal my leg. I had to go through physical therapy in order to walk normally again. And I remember I came to my professor and I was like crying, and I was like, I won't be able to take your class next semester, blah, 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 blah. And my professor was like, dude, you're not even 20 yet. Like, you're not even 20. What do you mean? Yes, my 4-year plan, my 2-year plan to transfer and go to another college, like, was kind of soiled, because now everything was set back, and I was devastated. I cried in front of my professor, cried in front of my parents. It was like a whole terrible, sad thing. And I remember my professor was like, dude, calm down. Like, we're still gonna be here next semester. You can take the class then. You're not even 20 years old. I need you to gain some perspective because you're acting so irrational right now. And I was like, you're right, thank you. So like, just calm down. Yes, it's great to be able to experience and explore different things during this age, but also there's value in taking advantage of this time where no one expects a lot from you. You probably have very minimal responsibilities other than going to school. And that is so nice, because you will never have that lack of responsibility ever again. And I just wish someone told me that, like, just calm down, just slow down, take a breath. I worked As soon as I turned 16, I think I worked every summer until college. And yes, that was probably a good experience for me, but I feel like I was working for the wrong reasons. Like I didn't need to make money. I probably wanted money so I can like, my forever vice is like a cute outfit. Like I will do anything for a cute outfit. So I would probably work hard so I can go shopping, so I can buy more clothes. I'm not as bad anymore, but I'm still the sucker for a cute outfit. Again, I feel like I spent all that time working like a minimum wage job, and in retrospect, yes, it was probably a great experience for me to like see that and actually maybe get a little bit of a feel for how fast money withers away as soon as you make it. But I do wish I kind of just took that time to just focus on my hobbies, not worry about making money if you have the privilege to not worry about that, and you know, just like enjoy being a kid. I very much had a great childhood, and I definitely enjoyed being a kid, but the perspective just wasn't there as much, and I wish it was. And just like a bonus, another thing, I feel like a lot of people freak out around late high school when they're like trying to decide their major for college, or they want to know what they're going to do with their life, and everyone gets so caught up on this idea of like purpose and what is my purpose in life, and it like eats people alive. And I'm here to tell you, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. You know what your purpose in life is? Your purpose in life is to love, do good, and your purpose in life is to love and be good to people. Be good to people. That is your purpose in life. I know it seems like some people have some very like God-ordained things laid out for them. And let me tell you, I've always wished I was one of those people who like, well, I guess this is the path I'm taking. All the cards are laid out for me. I've been put in this sport since I was 2 years old. I guess I'm just gonna, you know, join the Olympics, or I don't know. I've always envied people who like have had this path laid out for them. That's just like the path of least resistance. And I'm sure those people wish that they didn't have a path, that they had options to go and choose down. And the grass is always going to be greener. But whatever you're good at, whatever you like doing, that's your purpose, okay? Do it to the best of your ability, survive, and be good to yourself and others in the process. There you have it, folks. There you have it. Don't get me wrong, that super sad Billie Eilish song, that's like, what was I made for? So sad, so fun to sing. That is what you're made for, okay? Okay? And the only way you're going to figure out what it is that you really like doing is by trying things and by listening to your gut. I feel like I've had this gut feeling in me of the things that I really like doing and I really want to do it, but I just like suppress it because it's not practical or it's not like a surefire thing to do. I feel like it's that thing. It's that thing that you daydream about when you're listening to music, or the thing that you picture before you like fall asleep. Those are the things that I feel like you can't stop thinking about, that you really want to do. When you're a teenager, I feel like you have every prerogative to try your very hardest to execute that thing, and very little is stopping you. So calm down, chill out, and figure out what it is that you like and what you want out of life. That is what all your time and energy should be focused on as a teenager, I feel like. And that's what I wish I knew. Those 3 principles are what I wish I would have known back then. What do you want to be when you grow up? Really, truly, what do you want to be? And if you're not a teenager right now, you still can ask yourself that question, and you can still change your life. If you're watching this right now, it's not too late. It's never too late. Let me just remind you, there are countless examples of celebrities, rich people, having everything they wanted, and then committing their untimely death. Okay, partaking in their untimely death. Exiting life early because they were depressed and sad, because you can have all the things that you want, all the luxuries that you want. And at the end of the day, you could still be very empty and sad and lonely. And so any antsiness to like work really hard towards frivolous things or things that are like leaving you unhealthy, you need to slow down, calm down, regain your balance, and move forward again. I hope this helps you so you don't feel like you wasted your teenage years. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.